We're covering everything you need to know about the 2020 presidential election because it's your voice, your vote. Now, if you live in Illinois, there's a pretty major proposal for you to vote on this year. So we're going to go over the basics of how it could impact you. Illinoisans have this proposal on their ballots this fall. It's an amendment to the Illinois Constitution. It's got this big, lengthy explanation on your ballot, but simply put, it asks if Illinois should move from a flat income tax to a graduated income tax. So first, let's go over how Illinois does taxes right now, the flat tax. Every person, regardless of how much money they make, is taxed by the state at 4.95%. Doesn't matter if you make $10,000 a year or $10 million, everyone pays this flat tax. A group called Say Yes to Fairness is pushing for a change to this law. They want what's called a graduated income tax. This would allow Illinois lawmakers to tax different income levels at different rates. And here's the proposed tax brackets that would go into effect on January 1st, 2021, if this proposal passes. Illinois lawmakers passed a law last year, May 2019, locking in these brackets for the new year. You can see that the rate is different for everybody. They don't all pay that 4.95%. The brackets have different rates from 4.75% all the way up to nearly 8% for the highest earners. So let's look at the general arguments in favor of making this switch. So supporters say it'll actually make millionaires and billionaires in the state pay their fair share. Here's why they say the current flat tax isn't fair. An analysis by the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy says the bottom 20% of Illinois earners pay 14.4% of their income in state and local taxes combined. The top 1% only pays 7% of their total income in taxes. Supporters say the fair tax will even this playing field out, starting at the state level. And remember those tax brackets we were talking about? Well, they'll give 97% of Illinoisans a tax cut because 97% of Illinoisans fall in those tax brackets with a new lower rate. And with the increased tax rate on top earners, Say Yes to Fairness adds there will be billions of dollars in additional tax revenue for the state, which they say will start to address the budget and pension issues in the state of Illinois. So that's the basics of what supporters say make the proposal so great. However, there are several coalitions opposed to this, including the Coalition to Stop the Proposed Tax Hike Amendment. They argue this will give Illinois politicians more power to raise taxes on everyone, including the middle and lower income classes. They also say it'll negatively impact 100,000 small businesses in the state by raising their income taxes, and that bigger businesses will cut jobs or leave the state altogether because of a major tax increase. Now, those arguments come from a study done by Berkeley Research Group. After analyzing the proposal, it found some families would save enough money in taxes a year for one meal at a fast food restaurant. The study also suggests businesses that greatly employ women and minorities will be hardest hit and could transfer to job losses, with the tax increase simply being passed on to consumers at the store. But Say Yes to Fairness, they also have a study saying low-income earners and minority families will see tax relief. So with these two opposing studies, it tells us we can't know exactly for sure how every aspect of this proposal will play out in the real world. These, again, are the very, very basics of what this proposal could mean for you and your loved ones. We have much more information up on our website, WQAD.com, right now about this issue. It's under the Voter Guide tab on the homepage. I'm Catherine Bauer. Stay safe and remember to vote.